What's up guys, Saf here on SuperSaf TV and welcome to another episode of Unboxing Time. Mystery unboxings of cool tech and whatever else anybody has sent me or I've bought. And I don't think we had an episode last month because it was crazy with the launch of the S10 and everything else that was going on with MWC. So we're probably gonna have 2 episodes this month just because there's so many boxes. These are just not even half of them, so I think it'll be likely we'll have another one later on. But let's get straight to this episode. Remember, if you want to pick up any of the items featured in this video, they'll all be linked in the description below. And if you want to send something yourselves for a future episode, the address will also be in the description below. Let's go. So first up, we have the Samsung Galaxy Buds. And confession, I've actually had these for a couple of weeks, but I wanted to show you these on the channel. And I've really been liking these. So I was using the Gear Icon X's, a few of you guys may already know. And I did like those, but they were a little bit large in the ear. And I also found that they did drop a lot in cords. These I've not had a problem with. The overall package is also smaller. And let me just put these in for you. You can see that they're actually quite comfortable and they don't fall out as well because they kind of hook in to your ears. And they sound really good as well. Battery life's pretty decent, and this case actually can charge wirelessly, and that's probably my favorite feature. So what that means is you can just use any standard Qi wireless charger to charge these up, or you can also use your Samsung Galaxy S10, S10e or S10 Plus. You can just drop these at the back of those devices when you've got power share on and it's going to charge these up. I've been using these on calls a lot and they definitely have not been dropping as much as the Gear Icon X's did. So I'll let you know how I get on with these, but so far I'm definitely liking them. Thumbs up. Right, we've got this box here next which has lots and lots of bubble wrap. And in here we have some Realme 3s. So we've actually got 2 Realme 3s here. The boxes are slightly different sizes for some reason. Oh, shake these out. We do get a clear case and I'm really surprised at how cheap these devices are. They go for roughly around $130, or I think it's around about 9,000 rupees in India. And you're getting a pretty good package here for that price. Now we have 2 different color finishes here. Both of them have this gradient look, which looks really slick. Now these are plastic because of the low price point, but they don't feel too bad. We've got the fingerprint scanner here at the back. There's a 13 megapixel primary camera. There's also a 2 megapixel secondary camera. Just powering these on, 4,230 mAh battery, so pretty decent size. We're still using micro USB, so because of this price point, they don't have USB Type-C. And we've got 6.2 inch dewdrop display, so the screen to body ratio is also pretty good. You can see that there's this small drop here for the front facing camera, which is 13 megapixels. And the resolution is not as high as what we've got on the Redmi Note 7, I believe. A lot of people have been talking about that. Let me know if there's any particular coverage that you'd like me to do with these. They run on either the Helio P60 or P70, depending on your region. Come with either 3 or 4 gigabytes of RAM, with either 32 or 64 gigabytes of storage, and you do have a micro SD card slot. So seem really good for the price in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Next package, what do we have in here? Ooh, it's from Casio, the ProTrek Smart Wear OS by Google. So this is a smartwatch. And the model we have here is the F30. So I've tried the previous version of this as well, and it's definitely targeted towards people who are really into trekking and outdoor activities. Let's just go ahead and try this on. It's definitely got Casio's design language and you can tell it's an outdoor smartwatch. And looking at some of the key features, you've got a dual layer display, so it's OLED as well as a monochrome LCD. So if you're not using it with the OLED, it's going to save you a lot of battery when you're using that monochrome. GPS function with a wearable map, so GPS is built in. That's going to be really valuable if you're out and about in the middle of nowhere. Military standard durability and also 5-bar water resistance. So this is going to really take some punishment. There's of course a compass, altimeter, as well as a barometer and a microphone as well. Looks really good. Once again, it is targeted towards people kind of into hiking, mountain climbing activities and things like that. Quite niche in that sense, but definitely an interesting product. Thanks Casio for sending this over. Moving on, we have this box here, which doesn't seem to open properly, but this has a bunch of cases from Totally. Now we've got cases for lots of different devices. The one I've tested out is a super thin one for the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Now, I'm not exactly sure how protective it will be, but it was so compact. I really did like the feel of it and how little bulk it actually added to the S10 Plus. So if you're somebody into a really minimal case, then you can check out Totally. They do have a wide selection. I'm gonna be leaving a link to them in the description below if you wanna check them out. We've got a clear one here as well. Seem to be pretty good. California based, and you do get a 2-year warranty. Thanks, Totally. And it's finally time for me to upgrade my camera, and I have decided to go with the Sony a7 III after lots and lots of thinking. I've actually been using the Panasonic Lumix GH4. It's what you're seeing this video shot on, and I've absolutely loved it. I've been using it for a few years. It's got 4K, it's got a flip out display, which to me is very important. And I've been waiting and waiting for a full frame camera that has a flip out display without any crazy crop. And I've just not found anything, and it's just becoming a bit of a hassle when I'm out and about traveling. The Lumix GH4 is fine for the studio environment where I've got lots of light, but when I'm out and about and I'm struggling with low light and just generally that depth of field, I can't do that with the GH4 unless I get some crazy adapters and things like that, which I don't want to do. So finally, after being convinced by my buddies Eve from Board at Work and David Kogan from The Unlocker, I've gone ahead and got the A7 III. I bought it myself, this was not sent to me, and I went for the default package with the standard 28-70 kit lens, but the kit lens doesn't usually cut it, so I decided to also go with this lens, which is the Tamron 28-75 f2.8. This is something that I've been hearing so much good about. And here is the setup fully linked up. It's a very compact camera. The lens isn't as heavy as the G Master, which is also something that I was looking at. And just things like the autofocus, which is really good on this, as well as the in-body image stabilization. I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go with this, and hopefully Sony will have something with a flip out display on the A7S III. This only goes up to here. I mean, come on Sony, if it can do this, it can flip out. Why are you giving us so many issues? But nevertheless, I needed a good quality camera for now to take pictures and videos when I'm out and about, which I am a lot these days, and this seemed to be the best option. Hopefully the A7S III will have that flip out and I can use this as a B cam. So I'll let you know how I get on. Next we have, it's a book. And this isn't a regular book, this is actually a book authored by my friend Hamza from Diary of a Bad Man. Some of you guys may have already seen him. He's another YouTuber who does like comedy skits and things like that. And the title of this is Little Bad Man and the Invasion of the Killer Aunties. We've got a little message here from Hamza, and I'm super proud of him for publishing his own book. For a lot of you guys who don't know, I always talk about being British and Asian and just how underrepresented the community is in the media and, you know, on books and things like that. And it's so awesome to see this coming from my buddy Hamza. Definitely go ahead and check this out. I'm going to be giving it a read. I'll leave a link below if you want to pick one of these up. Next up, we have, of course, the Apple Watch. Now, a lot of you guys know that I've been using the Samsung Galaxy Watch for a bit of time. I've actually really liked using it, but I like to have a balanced opinion. I had not used an Apple Watch properly before, and all my friends were like, hey, you need to try this out as well. And a lot of you guys will already know as well that I always have an Android phone with me as well as an iPhone, because I don't like to be tied down to one ecosystem. I like to think of myself as flexible and being able to use both. And we've got the Apple Watch Nike Plus edition. Now I went for the Nike Plus mainly because I really like the watch faces. I know that's probably not the best reason to go for this. And you also get this pretty cool looking sport band, but I also went for a plain band as well, just because I think it will go better with most of the things that are not sporty. And here it is. This is the Apple Watch. I actually prefer the aluminum or aluminium look. I just prefer a matte finish compared to the glossy one of the stainless steel. So that's one of the other reasons why I went with this. And it looks pretty slick. Let's put it on. I did go for the 40mm version. I just prefer a bit of a larger watch, and I'm pretty glad that I went with this version. I did put a poll out on Instagram to ask you guys if I should go for the white Nike edition or if I should go for this space gray combo. And I'm glad I went for this. It really does suit my style a lot more. And I'll let you know how I get on with this in comparison to something like the Galaxy Watch. Once again, it's nice to have a balanced opinion in what I do. Moving on, we have a few bits here from Mujo. So there's some touchscreen gloves and there's also a leather wallet case. Let's have a look at these touchscreen gloves. Wow, okay. Impressed, I gotta say. They feel very, very comfortable and they also look really slick. And let's test them out here. So I have the iPhone XS Max, and I gotta say, they're working absolutely fine. Nice. I'm actually going to Finland. I'm not sure if it's gonna be before or after this video is published, but regardless, these are gonna definitely come in handy. Very nice quality, very impressed. And we also have a leather wallet case for the iPhone XS Max. And there's this compartment here for your cards, so you can put some of your credit cards in here. Looks good and feels really, really nice. Thanks, Mujo. Next up, we have something else that's not tech, and this is from Rascal Clothing. For those of you guys who don't know, F2 Freestylers, some awesome YouTubers who I collaborated with a couple of years ago. Awesome guys, and they have some crazy skills. They have a clothing brand, which is Rascal, and they've sent me this package, which of course is gonna be some Rascal clothing. So let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, so we actually have a few different bits. Awesome. So we've got some track pants here in grey as well as black. There's a hoodie, there's some t-shirts. These look so awesome. Let's try one of these on. Right, so we've got one of the hoodies on. I gotta say, the quality is really good and it feels super comfortable. I'm definitely gonna be wearing these on Instagram. So look out for me with some of this gear on there. Big shout out to Rascal for sending this over. If you want to pick some of these up, I'll of course be leaving them linked in the description below. Next box, aha! Of course, Spigen. We have a lot of cases from Spigen for the S10, the S10 Plus, as well as the S10e. Right, there's so many cases that they just about fit in the top-down camera. I'm a big fan of Spigen cases. I do like some of the ultra-hybrid clear ones, so that's if you want to really show off your S10 and S10 Plus, S10e without covering it up too much. But if you want something that's a good balance between protection and size, then I'd definitely recommend something like the Liquid Air. Nice and compact design, but I've dropped my phone so many times with one of these on and it's been absolutely fine. And if you're somebody who doesn't like carrying around a wallet and you want somewhere to put your cards, then something like the Slim Armor CS is going to be nice. You can put up to 2 cards in there. But overall, a great selection from Spigen. I can definitely recommend them. I'll be leaving a link to a range of Spigen cases in the description below. Do go ahead and check them out. Right, I think this is the last box that we've got, and this is from Crave. So there's one USB Type-C and there's one Lightning. I'm gonna open the Lightning one up. Oh, very nice. I like how it's kind of around this spiral, and of course braided cables are great. This is supposed to be super strong. Okay, I've just noticed that they've got a picture of Bill Goldberg on one side. So, oh, that is officially signed edition by Bill Goldberg. I did not notice that. So the Lightning one is regular, but we've got a Bill Goldberg edition as well. That's pretty crazy. Huge fan of Goldberg. What a legend with that spear. Anyway, okay, I'm just gonna super strong. I got no doubt that that's gonna really put up to some. Is that actually signed? Yeah, it's signed by the legend himself, Bill Goldberg. Awesome, I'm actually really happy about this. Huge fan. And once again, this USB Type-C cable, super strong, braided. And Crave are claiming that this is the world's strongest cable. That's quite a claim to make, and I'm pretty impressed. That's it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Unboxing Time. If you did, then do smash that like button. Definitely let me know in the comments below if there's something that you'd like me to cover in more detail. And as mentioned towards the start, all of the items featured today will be linked in the description below. Also in the description will be the address if you want to send something yourselves. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time.